The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Believe in God. Believe also in me. In my Father's house there are many dwelling places. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and take you to myself, so that where I am, there you may be also. And you know the way to the place where I am going." Thomas said to him, "Lord, we do not know where you are going, so how can we know the way?" And Jesus said to him, "I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you know me, you will know my Father also. From now on, you do know him and have seen him." Philip said to him, "Lord, show us the Father, then we'll be satisfied." And Jesus said to him, "Have I been with you all this time, Philip, and you still do not know me? Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. How can you say, 'Show us the Father'? Do you not believe that I am in the Father and that the Father is in me? The words that I say to you, I do not speak on my own, but the Father who dwells in me does his works. Believe me that I am in the Father and the Father is in me. But if you do not, then believe me because of the works themselves. Very truly I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these, because I am going to my Father." The Gospel of the Lord. I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the life. About 12 miles or 19 kilometers thereabouts southwest of London, along the River Thames, sits Hampton Court. And Hampton Court was built in 1514 for Cardinal Thomas Wolsey, who was then Lord Chancellor of England under King Henry. Thomas More would later succeed him. But on the grounds of Hampton Court, since it was built, there is a very large maze, and visitors to the grounds then and now try their luck at navigating through it, and it's difficult. On more than one occasion, people have got lost in trying to navigate it. So what they did was, in the middle of the maze, they created an opening, and in that opening they put a large bell, and at any time of the day or night that bell can be rung, and a guide will come and help the person out. You see, the key to the way out of the maze is by the guide. Jesus said, "I am the way. I am your guide." Jesus said, "I am the way," and he said, "I am the truth." And whether that be some expert, some social critic, some social justice advocate, or some spiritualist of some nature, many speak of knowing the truth, many speak of possessing the truth, many speak of teaching the truth, but none claims to be the truth. That elevated claim rests with Jesus alone. And the scriptures are replete with people recognizing Jesus for the one who is truth. The disciples sought truth from Jesus. The crowd sought truth from Jesus. The religious officials sought truth from Jesus. Even Pontius Pilate, the Roman procurator, sought truth from Jesus. Amidst the calls for crucifixion, Pilate turns to a bloodied and beaten Jesus and asks him, "What is truth?" What is truth? It's a good question. We moderns think of truth as a thing, as a concept, a construct, an idea, a belief. I want you to eavesdrop on a conversation that I recently had. The person said to me, "I have my truth, you have your truth. Our truths are different, but they're still true." And I sheepishly asked, "How can two opposing points of view be true at the same time?" After all, truth by its definition is singular, it's unique, it's exclusive to itself. That's what makes it truth. There was no response. So the conversation ended politely enough, and they went on their way, I went on my way. But the person was still left with the original question: what is truth? Jesus said, "I am truth." I don't just talk about the truth. I don't just tell others about the truth. I don't just live by the truth. No, I am truth. That is, I am the embodiment of truth. All truth emanates from me. I made it, I speak it, I give it, it's absolute. Truth by Jesus' standards is not of our making, nor is it subject to change. It's why the writer of Hebrews is able to say Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Words from his lips, they are eternal. They can be confidently trusted, and you can build your life on them. Jesus said, "I am the way, and I am the truth, and I am the life." Now, experience suggests that if we get the first two things right, I am the way and I am the truth, the third part, I am the life, it will naturally fall into place. Of course, not everybody wants that. It saddens me, actually, when I hear people reject Christ out of hand because he wants to control my life. He wants to steal my life. He wants to run my life. Brother, sister, if that's your impression of Jesus, it's too small. Jesus doesn't want to take life. He wants to give life, real life, abundant life, life like you've never known it, divine life, elevated life, a life that answers the deepest heart questions you will ever have. Whatever circumstances you find yourself in today, even if you are lost in the maze of life, Jesus can help. You know, over the years, I've talked to many people about this maze of life, and it's worth noting just how many of them feel lost in a maze. How many are trying to find their way to the middle of that maze so that they can ring the bell and have somebody come and lead them out. And I get it. I get it because there was a time when I struggled in the maze of life, a time when I struggled to find my way out of the maze. Like Hampton Court, my life had become a series of thorny hedgerows, of dead ends and wrong turns. And when I finally reached the middle of the maze, I looked around and I realized I'm lost. And so I rang that bell. And I waited to see if someone would come and help. And help did come. And when it came, I tell you this, I didn't feel judged. I didn't feel ashamed, apart from the soul that needed forgiveness. What I did feel was peace. And do you know what God said to me on that day? He said, I've been waiting a long time for you to ring that bell. Jesus wants to give us life to the full, and it begins right now. All we have to do is ask. I would like to ask you to do something for me this week. I would like to ask you in the course of this week to listen to the many voices out there that claim to be the way, the truth, and the life. Then consider their motives, the motives of those voices, their agendas, and compare them with the selfless notion of Jesus Christ. And once you've done all that, then I want you to repeat to yourself, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life.